Show with Kevin McCullough.
And welcome to a special on location piece of That Kevin Show. I'm That Kevin. It's nice to have you here. I am very, very pleased to be at the Quad Theater in Lower Manhattan in Greenwich Village because The Chosen Season 4 is about to break open. And that's kind of cool. My kids have been dying for this since Season 3 ended. So we're looking forward to a very exciting month of February where you can see the entire series in the theater. So go and see it because you're not going to have a better screen to see it on. But one of those important characters that has not only been in the first 3 seasons of The Chosen so far, she was in The Chosen The Messengers and Chosen Holy Night. She's even done some non-Chosen stuff in the last year with Angel, and we loved her in The Shift as well. Elizabeth Tabish is back with us at That Kevin Show. Elizabeth, it is great to see you.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
You're excited. It's about to roll out. You guys have been working on this for a while, and I think my TV show and radio show are kind of special because I've had more of you guys on the show than probably any other show in North America, and every one of them that have been by have said, the story's getting more intense, but you've got to see it now more than ever because the production value and the quality and the acting and the work of the ensemble coming together, it's just unlike anything else. What's been your experience thus far?
I mean, the scope of season 4 is everything is getting bigger and also more dangerous. And filming season 4, we film in Texas and Utah, and there were so many group scenes, and there's so many unexpected events that occurred this season that to the group that kind of shock and stun us all. And so it became a very communal, very collective sort of grief session that we were all helping each other work through a lot of emotions on and off screen because a lot of it gets pretty heavy this season.
I was speaking with, and I'm trying to remember which one it was, but one of the disciples.
A lot of them.
Yes, and he was just effusive about the element of the family effect on set. That you guys have really become something more than just a collection of individuals.
Yeah, I mean, we it's been like 5 or 6 years now for some of us. From season 1 to now, like we've gone through, we had very humble beginnings. So there's a handful of us that were there at the very beginning that, we were just trying this. We weren't sure if it was going to be successful or not. And so there's this nostalgia, I think, of like remembering we're halfway done. So we're remembering how it started and how it's just slowly grown, and we've added all these new characters and new actors, and they just keep, the family keeps getting bigger. But we are, doing very intense emotional work this season, and we know that what's coming. We know what the next few seasons are going to be. So there is this bonding that happens naturally, but then also just, doing those scenes makes us closer as friends, and then becoming closer friends influences our performances with each other. So it's just all coloring, back and forth.
In the overall arc of The Chosen's existence so far, it has become, either because of a vacuum or just because of the destiny of what it was, it has become the gold standard for what people that are trying to tell biblical or even faith-based stories are measuring things by. And it's impacting the world of really family-friendly entertainment as well, big time. You're an example of that. You were part of The Shift this last year, and that had an incredible impact as well. Streaming services, non-traditional media delivery, all of this, it's changing the landscape. Is this what you thought you were going to be doing?
No, I wasn't. I wasn't thinking. I had no idea what I was going to be doing, honestly. I thought maybe teaching or something, but this is all very incredible and surprising. I think from day one, The Chosen's done things in different ways. Even like the idea of making it available for free on the app is sort of unheard of in this industry to make content completely free that's of this quality. And then, even we just, there's a lot of things that have happened on the, I don't know, in the cultural zeitgeist that most productions were shut down during COVID, but we filmed during COVID. During the SAG strike, we were the first to get the interim agreement because we were outside of the Hollywood system and the studio system, and the contracts we had were in agreement with what SAG was wanting. So it was very supportive.
You've definitively cut a path that
it's
is
like
kind of the way of the future for people.
Yeah. And then also, putting a TV show in theaters is like it's all unheard of.
Yeah.
It's
Well, it
it's showing
certainly
there's new ways
got
to
the
do this.
interest that would create the demand for it, and then it moves to, which this month, for those of you watching, it will be season 4 in the theaters, and then it will be moving to the streaming services beyond that. I want to talk a little bit about the way people have responded to you in real life now that you've been playing Mary Magdalene in all these different episodes. And I don't want to leave out the Christmas specials, because I thought your part with Mary in The Messengers was really beyond just touching. It was really moving in many ways. But do people come to you on the street or when you're out in life and they say, you have no idea what the impact of what you're doing is making on me or my family right now? And what's the most memorable story you've had along those lines?
I've gotten that at chosen events. For the most part, I'm sort of anonymous in public. People don't usually come up to me. If they do, it's a very friendly, are you on this, you look like the girl who plays Mary Magdalene. So it hasn't been a particularly invasive thing. I still feel like I'm just a person, but at events and places where we're all together as actors, we all get approached, and it's just been this overwhelming sense of.
Has there been one that stood out?
Yeah, there's been stories from other people that have shared. There's a number of women who have shared stories about younger women who have gotten out of human trafficking, who have been introduced to the show and felt represented and seen because of the Mary character, because of Mary Magdalene and her storyline, and they feel seen. They feel like their story is represented in a really in a positive way, where there's a happy ending and there's a second chance and a new beginning. And that's all. Every time I hear stories like that, it makes me realize what a beautiful purpose this show has.
My viewers over the last 4 years and listeners on radio have combined efforts to help liberate about 4,300 enslaved individuals, mostly in Sudan, but working with a group called Christian Solidarity International that does it in 18 countries. Stay with us. More with Elizabeth Tabish from The Chosen on That Kevin Show next.
Stick around for more of That Kevin next. That Kevin Show with Kevin McCullough.